Hey everybody, Hunter, Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and just a country cook, Steve Hall here in Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila running that camera. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
Today, we're going to make buffalo chicken pizza. Come on over, let's get started. We got a crust here we're going to start with that I actually got from a pizzeria here in town. We have a 2-ingredient pizza crust that's so good, but I didn't even want to mess with that. And I'm going to show you the shortcut to do this buffalo chicken pizza. Well, obviously we're going to need some chicken for our buffalo chicken pizza. And a lot of people want to go buy chicken breast, cook it, cut it up, do all that stuff. I just went up here to Kroger's and bought carved chicken breasts, and it looks so nice and seasoned up, and you can cut them into any size you want. And that's something else that I don't really care for. A lot of those recipes have great big chunks of chicken as big as a quarter, and I don't want a chicken sandwich. I want the chicken to complement the pizza. Take your hot sauce, your chicken wing sauce, and marinate your chicken in it. And I did that overnight. Then I drained it, and I'm going to use what run off the chicken there because it was in the refrigerator all night, so it's okay. And I'm going to put this chicken wing sauce on here. All right, let me stir this around a little bit. And this is our pizza sauce. That's right, chicken wing sauce is the pizza sauce. All right, I added just a little more wing sauce, and this is our pizza sauce. And I bought Hooters wing sauce at the store the other day, and it's medium. They make a mild, a medium, and a hot. I don't like the hot because Sheila won't eat it. Medium's just about perfect. And how they dilute their hot sauce up here at Hooters depends upon how much butter they put in it. It all uses the same amount of hot sauce, but they put a little bit of butter in it to get it to hot, a little bit more to get it to medium, and a little bit more to get it to mild. And I don't like it real buttery, and I don't like it real spicy, so the medium works perfect. All right, now it's time for our cheese. You put on some mozzarella on here. And you also put on a little bit of cheddar. Now you don't want to make a pizza with just nothing but cheddar because it won't taste right and it won't cook right because cheddar cheese doesn't stand high heat like 425, and that's what we're going to bake it at. But we do want a touch of it on there, so I'm going to give it just a sprinkle of cheddar. So it does incorporate that little bit of cheddar, but not a lot. You don't want to put a bunch on there. Now it's time for the glove here, so I can sprinkle my little chicken chunks. And again, I don't like them in great big huge chunks, so I cut them up in little teeny 1/4-inch cubes. I just want it to complement the pizza. I don't want to eat big chunks of chicken. I just want it in there. Now if you go order chicken wings, first thing they're going to ask you is, of course, you want them mild, medium, or hot. We already figured that part out. Then they're going to ask you if you want some sauce with your wings. They're going to ask you if you want blue cheese or do you want ranch. I usually get both. All right, there we go. That's plenty. I'm going to get too much on there. Kind of mix that around a little bit. That really looks good. Okay. Then we're going to put sprinkled blue cheese crumbles on top here. Now if you don't like blue cheese, you can always leave this out, but I love it. And this is that blue cheese dressing that they asked you if you wanted with your wings. We're getting all this in a minute. And then once we get our blue cheese sprinkled on there, that looks really good right there. Going to straighten out my little chicken chunks. How am I doing, Sheila?
You're doing really good.
Is it looking good?
It does.
All right, now we're going to pop this in the oven for about 10 minutes and get this cheese and stuff really melting good. We don't want to get it completely done because we're going to do the finishing touches in a minute. 425 degrees for 10 minutes and we'll be right back. All right, here's an update. Just before it goes in the oven, you'll notice there's a little paper plate under here. That's what the pizzeria put it on and said you could bake it with that paper under there for the first 10 minutes, then slide it off right onto the rack, and that's what we're going to do. We have a great 2-ingredient pizza crust. I'll put it at the end of the video, but right now we're going to bake it with that little paper on there, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Would you look at this? Only 10 minutes, and that crumbled blue cheese has already melted out into the other cheeses. It looks so delicious, and I wish you could smell this because it's fabulous. Now, I went to the store and I bought me about 3 of these little plastic bottles. They're about 50 cents a piece. Just in case I goofed one up, I wanted an extra. I filled 1/2 full of ranch dressing. Remember that dipping that they ask you when you get your buffalo chicken wings? Here's the ranch. The blue cheese is already in there. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take our Hooters wing sauce, and I popped this in the microwave, or Sheila did, for just about 10 or 15 seconds. And I remember this little pattern, kind of just like some big swirls. Then the ranch dressing. Are you with me on this, folks? This is awesome. This is what I seen and I couldn't figure out because it almost looked like a cinnamon pizza or something.
Well, isn't that cute?
Now, I said, what's that green stuff on top? And I can't remember if he said it was basil or parsley or oregano or whatever. So what I did is I went to the store and I got some Italian seasoning. And on the back of this can, it starts talking about how it's good on pizza and chicken parmesan. Well, we got chicken and a pizza here, so I'm going to give this, I just pinched up a bunch in my fingers. I'm just kind of tweaking my fingers so I can just give it a little sprinkle. Oh, does that look fabulous or what? Man, oh man. Let's get this back in the oven. I'm going to say another 10 minutes, but I'm going to keep looking in the oven because sometimes at 15 or 17 minutes, the crust is already brown enough. And you know what I'm going to try to do here? All right, I'm going to slide this little paper out of here, and I'm going to put this pizza right directly on the rack in there, and we'll be back in 7 to 10 minutes. We'll see you then. It was only another 7 minutes in our oven. And you'll notice that we have 2 little pads down here because I chickened out. I was afraid to take that and put it in there on the rack, so I actually left it on this pan. So this pan's pretty hot. Now we're going to let this rest for a good 5 to 10 minutes so the cheese will kind of set, because if you cut it, cheese just runs everywhere. We want to keep a little bit of cheese on each slice, so we'll see you in about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. It's kind of cooled down. Got a little more solid, so I think we can cut it. So let's cut this bad boy.
Wait a minute.
What?
Aren't you forgetting the Parmesan cheese?
That's right. Now we have mozzarella on there, and we have that mild cheddar on there, and we have that blue cheese on there. It's not like we need any more cheese, but here we go. Thank you, Sheila. Little sprinkle of Parmesan. Oh, man.
I love that stuff.
I know you do. She really likes it on her spaghetti, big time. Just a dusting. We don't want to get too crazy with it. Now it's time to cut this thing. And what did you tell me about zinging across there? Don't just zing across the pizza.
Go easy with it.
Easy with a little rock back and forth motion to get it cut. Looks like that cheese is going to behave itself. I think we're going to do all right. Perfect. And there we have it. And before I pull one of these pieces of pizza out of here, I got to get a picture for our thumbnail. Take a picture, will you please, Sheila?
Okay.
All right. It's time to try. Ooh, look at that. See? We let that sit, and we don't have all them strings and all that stuff. It's just perfect. Try to give this a taste test. Wow. Fantastic. And don't forget, leave these little bottles sitting on the table. So if you want to add a little bit of ranch or a little bit of hot sauce to each bite, you can do exactly that. What do you think, Sheila?
It looks really good.
I got to tell you, we only used about 2/3 of this package of chicken to make this, and the other part that was all marinated, of course, was sitting in a bowl over there, and it's gone because Sheila's been nibbling on it. She said this chicken is so good, and if you don't like it in little 1/4-inch cubes like I did, cut it in bigger chunks, but I just like it so that it fits in your mouth. Wow, it turned out incredible. This is great. Well, there you have it, buffalo chicken pizza, according to Brian. I cooked it the way he said, and it turned out fantastic. But I noticed there's a piece of pizza missing here. Now there's 2 gone. I only had 1. Oh, I see part of it across the room. What do you think, Sheila?
It is really good.
Isn't it delicious? She couldn't wait. She come and swiped one of them, and I'm glad she did, because this is going right in there in the living room. We're going to take the Packer game off of pause. We're going to watch it and enjoy this delicious pizza. We really hope you enjoy our recipes, and we hope you subscribe to our channel. That's easy to do. At the end of this video, you'll see little Shotgun Red's face pop up over here. Click on that, click on subscribe, and next to subscribe is that bell. Don't forget to highlight that, and then you'll be notified every time we come out with another recipe like this buffalo chicken pizza. And speaking of pizza, we have a 2-ingredient pizza dough recipe on our channel. I'm going to put that link right here. It's only yogurt and self-rising flour mixed together. You let it rise and do it. It come out of Canada. Guy sent it in to us, and it's absolutely fantastic. So if you can't get your local pizzeria to give you just a crust, we'll show you how to make one really easy. You just click on that link over there at the end of this video. And man, I'll tell you what, I am tickled to death with the outcome of this. Is this the most delicious buffalo chicken pizza you ever ate? If it ain't, it ought to be. We'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Man, this stuff is great.